Today on Suncoast View, USF and our state is in search of more teachers. We'll talk about why education is no longer such a popular career pick. And thousands of Suncoast kids do not get enough to eat during the summer months. That's because school is not in session, but the Food Bank of Manatee is here to tell us how we can help.
And we'll show you how you and your kids can turn a walk on a beach into a treasure hunt and turn those shells you find into masterpieces. All that and more right now on Suncoast View.
Welcome to the show, and welcome back to our friend Megan Greenberg. Great to see you.
Nice to see you guys.
You didn't bring the baby.
I tried to, but I was told I could not.
Oh, was that a mean producer move? That's because he knows we would not focus on anything happening for the next hour.
I tried to switch spots with me.
That would have been cool, too. That is why we want baby Arlo here, because he's the cutest thing ever. This is Megan's 8-month-old son, and we did love having him here, and we admit we are extremely puppy and baby distracted on our show.
As one should be.
That's right, because there's very few things in life that you can just cherish and love, and they don't last like this forever. So we do love having him with us. I do have a mom question for you, though, because I was thinking about this morning. How's your balance with the baby life at home and you're a writing professional, you've always done a lot of work-related things?
I'm very fortunate right now that I am allowed to dedicate a lot of my time to my child, so I definitely am not juggling a 40-hour work week or 40-plus-hour work week with my baby. And most of the work I've always done has been from just a computer in my home office anyway.
So you can get it done?
Yes, I'm in a very, and I'll work after hours or during naps or, you know, morning coffee, but we'll find out as things are gearing up, as he's closer to a year and as my workload is getting more and more, we'll find. Ask me that question in 4 months.
As
I'll have a better
crazy
answer.
person I am, I thought you were talking about balance walking. And I was like, I was going to tell you, she walks by and I just saw her.
I thought, well, let's see her walk across the room.
That's so funny. Like, balance is always top of mind to me. It's a big working mom issue, and I think, you know, watching you enter the mom world and doing such a great job, it is hard, and it never stops.
Especially, I don't know how people do it. 2,
Wherever
3 children, you know. One kid seems doable. Yes.
I'm on the phone a lot, put it that way. I amuse them with my phone calls because let me tell you, during the summer when they're at home, lots of fun things happen.
Yes. And you know, wherever you are, you're in the wrong place as a working mom. If you're at home, you're thinking, oh, everybody's getting ahead of me in the career. And if you're at work, you're, oh, I should be with my child. So there's never a feeling of contentment in those years.
Right.
Well, you're doing great, and we're glad you're here. So we'll have a fun hour without a baby, that's for sure. We're going to tap into your grown-up side for a little bit. We're also going to tap into your hungry side because it is Wednesday and Chef Judy is back in the kitchen, and I love the theme of summer. We're still talking Savor Sarasota.
For many places, not only did it not end June 14th, they've extended it at least for the month, if not for the whole summer. So today we're going to continue our culinary tour around the Suncoast with some really great deals from the restaurants and fresh, new, bright ideas.
All right, we can't wait to be over there with you. Some wonderful dishes from some of our favorite local restaurants. So I don't know what you girls were doing last night, but I had the best text. All of a sudden, my sweet mother-in-law texts and says, your friend with the hair that stands straight up is on TV. And I thought, it's 9 p.m. What is he doing on TV? I know. So Bello was on America's Got Talent last night. And all of a sudden, everybody in my house ran, and okay, we did turn on that other network, but how exciting to see Sarasota's own Bello. I know, talking to Simon, talking to everybody. He made it very clear that Sarasota is his hometown, that he is from 8 generations of performers.
He does that at the Oslo right now.
Oh, really?
And so you don't have to go anywhere to see him, but this was what's so funny. Simon apparently, is, besides being a known cranky person, is also a known clown / daredevil fan. And Bello addressed that head on. He said, you know what, Simon, I know this is not your cup of tea, but I assure you I can amaze and wow and do great things. So he did his stunt on the Sweeney pole.
Was Simon amazed?
No. Simon said, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to say no. This is just not my kind of thing, because they have to decide, you know, whether they're going to proceed on in the competition. Bello is such a truly nice person. He literally had a conversation with Simon and said, listen, if you let me go on, I can make this pole twice as tall. I can get catapulted from a cannon over a helicopter. What would interest you? And Simon's like, I like helicopters. And Bella's like, done. That's the next thing I'll do. Got one.
Well, his brother John
Yes, his
was
brother
on there,
does have one.
Last year or the year before, he and his wife, and they moved up on America's Got Talent.
Wow.
Well, we will see how this goes. I had no idea
excited.
he was doing it, but this is exciting for us, of course, here on the Suncoast, because you can see his show at the Ringling, and of
he's
course
doing that
at
exact same
Oslo.
thing.
Right, he is doing
Well,
that.
there are other things too.
He
though.
does a lot. It's an hour show. He does a lot.
We are actually going to go join him behind the scenes of his show and learn a little bit more about what he does, and he's going to join us on our show coming up Monday.
Another stunt.
Right here at
Yeah.
Suncoast
And
View.
there's a really good-looking young guy there, too.
Oh, well, and Linda may have a
Fellow's
boyfriend
not good looking.
by the end of it, so who knows?
married, though.
He's married.
It's always fun when you're watching the big national shows and suddenly someone that we sit with and know very, very well and consider herself a good friend pops up. So very
Just
excited.
because he can stand on one finger 50 feet in the air.
You know, that is something
Well, I
only he
definitely
can
cannot do neither of those things.
Well, I'm sure we'll have you doing
Yes.
something, so we will find out. It is time for our first hot topic, and the Suncoast and our entire state needs more teachers. It is not just a problem here. Since 2010, enrollment in teacher prep programs in college has plummeted 42% nationwide, including at USF, our area's biggest local supplier of teachers. So it's blamed on stagnant pay, crowded classrooms, standardized tests, and students who are harder to teach. So as a result, universities are having to market harder to get education students. How can we make teaching appealing again?
I
them.
have two people staying with me right now, my stepdaughter and her friend. They are both teachers, and they're both retiring this year. And they say it's the parents. Whatever they do with the children, they are wrong. If they correct the children, they are wrong. If the children don't make good grades, they are wrong. If they ask the parents, why aren't they doing the homework, there should be no homework. So
it's the
they are saying
the
it's the
teacher's
parents
fault
who are
for
not
everything.
cooperating with the teachers.
Well, I substituted for a little bit, and I will just say, any teacher that actually makes it past a year is amazing because the kids are difficult. Parents usually don't want their kids around. I'm just, calling the obvious. Let's just say the truth. Most parents are like, yeah, go to school. We're happy when you're gone. So now those teachers are dealing with these sometimes kids that don't want to listen.
I was a teacher for 3 months, so I didn't make it as long as you did, Bobette.
Well, it seems teachers aren't as interested in their subject matter as well, too, because they're managing so many students that it becomes management.
Yeah.
It's just, how do I keep these kids alive for this hour till they go to the next class, as opposed to being truly engaged with what they love to teach as well. The class sizes so many places are 30, 40 kids.
Not here, though. They're not like that here.
But
They're very
schools,
controlled.
Some schools are still pretty high, because they're dealing with a lack of teachers. So they're having to combine some classes, and some of them are bigger. But the issue goes beyond that. No one is going to. Yes, there's a love for it, but you also have to live. And no one is going to put themselves in a situation where they're unable to pay back their student loans,
Right.
and unless they really have that desire.
Well, if you are looking for a job, education is looking for you. So something to consider for the college kids. As you're looking at your career, you can get a job in education. A high school student who had been badly bullied graduated alone, and she loved it. The Connecticut teen had private tutoring at the local library for senior year to avoid going to class. Her classmates reportedly made fun of her and called her names. The team said they made her feel terrible and worthless. So when she didn't want to go to graduation, the school organized a special ceremony for her. Her teachers and counselors joined her family as she received her diploma alone. What do you think?
That's sad. It's not going to work. Life is not like that.
Yeah.
It doesn't come to you. In school, you're supposed to learn to adjust.
I
slowly,
agree.
you don't throw them in all at once, but slowly and with help, you learn to adjust. And Bobette would have killed those bullies. Those bullies would have been crying, not Bobette.
I have mixed feelings about this. I mean, obviously you don't want a young teen girl to have a horrific experience and be bullied, but at the same time, taking her 100% out of the situation, Linda, as you point out, we have to learn to cope. So we need to provide her with coping skills and
Or
and
teaching
support.
the greater mass as well why that's wrong and why you don't treat a fellow student that way as well, which kind of goes in hand with all the education issues too. It's not just one issue, it's multitude.
I love that they were sensitive enough to say, hey, we want to give her that experience. It's great, that's wonderful. But that isn't going to help her going forward.
Right.
Because the bullying is going to continue outside of school. Because when you think of work, People
Oh, yeah.
are,
It's not a
work
kind
bullies.
place, no.
And it's, living in society itself can be difficult.
Right.
And no one is going to come and change things around for you. When you're in college, no one is going to say,
Right.
someone's making
Right.
fun of you, don't come.
Well, and
So you
empower
have-
the bullies a
Or
little
in,
bit.
or in
Yeah.
work.
And
at
it's
work.
teaching her that she's not, that there isn't a support system, because I bet there were a lot of people that wouldn't have bullied her and been
Yeah.
nice people, and now you're teaching her to go it alone when she
Yeah.
doesn't have to as well.
Yeah, and there are
I feel
places she could
bad.
find where she would fit in, where people would be kind, and where she would be loved. And she won't find those places if she stays at home.
You guys
all the
know
time.
my
hopefully-
philosophy. People will only go as far as you allow them. So at whatever point you have to stand up to the bully, you have to stand up to whomever that is, because you're the one that has control. They will stop when you put down your foot.
Well, hopefully she will be
Yeah,
able to
it's
stand
Oprah
up
says
and
you
move on.
teach people how to treat you.
Yeah,
Exactly.
You
Well,
set your boundaries.
The government of India is distributing pamphlets to instruct pregnant women, but they contain some advice that is raising eyebrows. Indian women are told to detach themselves from desire, anger, attachment, hatred, and lust. This is all to benefit the fetus. They are also told to avoid meat and eggs. However, India has a very high rate of maternal death due to malnutrition and anemia. Women are typically the last to eat and receive medical care in Indian households. It is feared the government's advice could make this problem worse.
Well, Beth, you need to go over there and give them some advice.
I was shocked
Don't let them treat you like
when
that.
I heard this, that we are still telling women in this day and age, don't be angry, don't have sex,
Yeah.
make sure you get enough to eat, but after
Don't
everybody
eat,
else.
Yeah, don't eat eggs,
Yeah.
and they need both of those things. You can tell from their problems. So
I'm not shocked. This kind of thing goes on all over the world.
I was
It's
gonna
really
say.
devastating. We don't realize as American women just how good we have it. Of course, there's still battles to fight, and hills to climb, but compared to some of the countries around the world, that actually sounds wonderful compared to how some women in other
are
nations
treated. I was
live.
thinking that this is more cultural, and I'm not, I can't say that one's culture is wrong. I may not agree with it, but that is more of a cultural thing. And I think as a group, the women in that community need to say, okay, we need to stand up. And we need to find real resources that are going to give us advice that will help us, and
think
not
that's
just listen to
starting
any
slowly.
propaganda.
Or scientific research,
Yeah.
to show that you do
This is stupid.
need
Although
protein.
we were
and
just
you
saying
do-
too, science keeps changing. Coconut oil's great for you. Coconut oil's the devil. Eggs, eat eggs every day. Never even say the word egg aloud.
Well,
so
that is
it's
a good
kind of
point.
science sometimes.
Everything has to be in moderation. If
Right.
you overuse anything that's good for you or bad for you, it's going to cause a
Right.
problem. And I
Right.
think that's what we tend not to realize. We just
Or don't
hear a new
accept.
trend and we just go full force at it and not realizing there are negatives to everything.
Well, that's true, but it's definitely hard
But
to see
still,
the
who
government
listen?
put
You don't
things
listen.
out that
we
are
should know not to listen to the
devastating.
government.
Okay, that's a whole other discussion. So who is the decider in your house? The one who has to decide on weekends what restaurant you go to, which movie to see. It does get overwhelming. So one couple decided to invent Decider Weekend. They take turns being the decider. One of them makes all the decisions about what to do and where to go for one weekend, and then the other person just gets to enjoy the ride. And then they swap. Kids also get the chance at being deciders for a weekend as well. Families say they have found it's a great way to try new things, and then you also get a break from the pressure of having to figure it all out. I do not
I
like
like
being the
this.
decider, so
I don't,
would
but
lo-
I am, and I always was. But I was trying to figure out what my husband wanted, what
Right.
movie he would like, what restaurant he would like. Then I would decide that we
exhausting.
went to
It
the
is
place that he would.
exhausting.
And then if he didn't like it, I felt terrible.
Yep.
But if he did, I felt. But I decided what he wanted, not what I wanted. And then when he died, I didn't even know what I wanted. I didn't know what movies I liked. I knew what he would like to see, so I went to see those.
a lot deeper, a lot quicker than I
I'm still
thought it would.
thinking what he would like to
But it
eat.
makes sense, though, because I think certainly as women, you're always worried about everybody else. And I don't know, Megan, are you the decider in your house, or do you trade?
We go back and forth. It depends, but I would say that we spend an exorbitant amount of time saying, well, should we do this or this or that or this or that thing? So it's sometimes nice. I guess it would be nice to
I'm
just say, I make the
indecisive.
decisions and that's that.
It's my
Next
weekend,
you
I'll
make
figure it
and
out.
that's
I'm
that.
deciding we would never do anything.
We would leave the couch.
We would argue about where to go for dinner, but no matter what we decided, we'd always end up at Patrick's.
Well, and that's the point of this, is that typically when we get into those decider situations, you go back to what's easy and comfortable and makes everybody happy.
Right.
So.
Sleep.
All right, we're going to check out our happy hour forecast. And when we come back, we're going to talk about the need for food right here on the Suncoast this summer.
Good afternoon. Cindy is expected to make landfall on Thursday morning. Right now, not much around the center of the storm. A lot of heavy rainfall heading toward Houston right now. The latest on it, top winds are at 50 and expected to make landfall with about 50-mile-an-hour winds, as I said, Thursday morning. It should not be a big windstorm, but still going to cause a lot of problems with flooding. Although the rain hasn't been all that intense today, it certainly could pick up through the overnight and looks like throughout the day and the today, or I should say tomorrow. Here's what's happening now. The visible satellite imagery showing a large area of showers and storms out there in the Gulf working their way onshore right there toward the panhandle of Florida. So the panhandle of Florida could also see some problems and significant problems with some flooding throughout the evening hours. For us, showers and storms developing mainly inland right now. Some heavy weather near Arcadia, well offshore the area beaches. It's all pushing to the northwest at around 10 miles an hour. And we are anticipating scattered showers through this evening. Not everyone's going to get the rain, but some will. We'll have the details on that and the tropics at 5. See you then.
Most Suncoast kids are thrilled it's summer vacation, but being out of school can mean something different for those who count on school meals to get enough to eat. Mosaic has partnered with the Food Bank of Manatee to help Suncoast families who are struggling to feed their children. And joining us today is Mary Beth Phillips and Stephanie Graplin from the Food Bank of Manatee. Tell me a little about, when you talk about meals and the impact, how is being on summer vacation impacting families in need?
Well, it's a huge impact in Manatee County with the kids that are home from school. We have about 60% of school-age children who get free or reduced meals during the school year. So what happens to them in the summer? They don't have it. So that's where the Food Bank of Manatee plays a much bigger role during the summer months.
All right, well, tell us, you guys have a couple of programs. One of them is the SAC Summer Hunger Program. Tell us about that. What is it?
So this is our third year where we're going out and following the Summer Break Spot school bus that gives out a free lunch in Manatee County to children. And on Fridays, we follow that bus and we're giving them a sack of weekend food, which will help supplement what they don't get during the week.
All right, so Stephanie, tell us what's in the sack and how did it all come about?
So every sack that the kids would get on Fridays comes with 2 breakfast items, 2 lunch items, 2 dinner items, 2 fruits, milk, and 2 snacks. So we're really distributing 60,000 meals over the summer for all of these kids. So really bridging that gap for the weekend hunger that they have. So this is an example of the sack that the kids would receive. So it's easy items that kids can eat themselves that don't really require parent supervision for them.
Now, in addition to the summer sack bags, you also have a crisis stabilization box. Tell us what's about that box and what's in that.
Right, so for families that are in a dire crisis situation, we have boxes available at our 150 pantries and agencies. So in the event that their house burns down, there's a domestic situation, there is a box that we have that includes for a family of 4 to feed them for an entire week. And it also comes with instructions and recipes that they can put together to really get them on their feet. And then we also include a listing of all of the pantries that we have across Manatee County, 115, so that they can really reach out to the pantry that is in their neighborhood to sustain the crisis boxes just to get them through that week, but then to really get them on their feet.
And it's nice to see that even though, of course, fresh fruit and veggies are great, it's really great to see fruit and veggies in here as well, that it's not Doritos and Oreos, there's actual meal.
Correct.
They're providing what they need.
Every meal comes with a protein, carbohydrates, fruit, and vegetables. So it's a really nutritious meal for an entire family.
And Mary Beth, I know we talked about, kids being out of school and, feeding so many, but how big of a problem is this, especially for our area? Because you don't think that this is an issue for us.
It seems surprising to a lot of people, I bet.
I know it is hard to believe, but it's really a supply and demand situation. The supply goes down during the summer because we have a lot of people that are, up north or on vacation, and the donations drop off. It's just, people are not typically in that mindset of, let's make a donation in the summer months. So it's a real supply and demand because the demand goes way up because we've got the kids home. So the need is much greater. Hunger is every day, every week, every month, every day of the year for some families in Manatee County. So The summer is just a worse time because they don't get those free meals at school.
And we always think of this at Christmas time.
Yeah.
And we
Yes.
forget
Right.
about it around
Yes.
this time.
Yes.
Speaking about, Christmas time, what is needed now? Tell me what kind of demand do you guys have now?
Yeah, what
on
can
your
we do?
items?
So we always need funds so we can go out and purchase items with our purchasing power. We need donations of food, the critical food items, and these are cereal, canned foods. We have milk, powdered milk, fruit cups, canned vegetables, oatmeal, some critical staples for our children and families.
And you had some great advice on how we can pick them up easily.
So easy. So when you go to the grocery store, they always have the BOGOs, buy one, get one free, get one for yourself, and bring one to the food bank. And we're so grateful for our partner at Mosaic for helping us this summer to get food out to the community.
And you guys can help also by getting involved in the SAC Summer Hunger Program by donating to the Food Bank of Manatee and their campaign throughout the counties. Now, you can run through August 4th by donating to any of their locations. And also, you can go to their website to find out more information about how you can volunteer or anything else they need. Next, we're going to give Linda a lesson on selfies. We'll be right back.
Oh, I think I do pretty good.
This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Yeah, I have questions.
Prescription drugs aren't as bad as street drugs, right?
Weed's legal, isn't it?
Drinking is worse than smoking weed.
Isn't it? Why
is heroin so addictive?
Molly just makes you feel happy.
I have questions.
Mom?
Dad, did you ever try drugs?
They're going to ask. Be ready. Go to drugfree.org. A message from Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help. With Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sunny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
Looking for carpet? Look no further. Minnesota Flooring has Smart Strand carpet as low as $1.79 per square foot. Installed, no add-ons or extras. Unbelievable? Minnesota Flooring can have in-stock carpet installed in your home in 48 hours for as low as $1.99 per square foot. Don't miss these prices. Visit Minnesota Flooring today.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
If you're depressed, drinking, and using drugs, you may need help. And the Affordable Care Act guarantees coverage of substance abuse. Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Are you losing hope? You can recover and get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven, gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares.
Call 1-800-764-8708. That's 1-800-764-8708.
So today is National Selfie Day. To celebrate, we thought we would get a lesson on the art of taking the perfect selfie. And Linda, I understand that we picked you to be the example, so we're excited.
I don't understand why that is.
Senior producer Joey Panic is here with some tips for us today.
Yes, all right, so Selfie Day, and I take a lot of selfies, all
yes,
right?
you do.
Some might say, and some might say it's too many, and to them I say,
no.
who asked you? All right.
They're funny. I like it. I like it.
So, Linda, I actually rated your Facebook page, and I also went through your phone to see how you've been doing with selfies. And I don't want to pick on you, but I did find an example This might be an example maybe of what not to do. So here's where I'm a little confused. I don't know if you were getting a selfie or if we were taking a picture of the house.
I wanted me in front of the house.
Okay, well, you achieved that. Yeah, no. You,
from the nose up.
You did that.
From the nose up.
So, but I think we can make that just a little bit better. You're a beautiful woman, and I think your selfies should reflect that.
At my house, I didn't see much of the house.
No, so we kind of didn't, we tried to do too much, I think.
Okay.
So I came up with a couple tips that might help you for this national holiday. The first is, all right, hold your camera steady. So this is important.
I like that.
The problem usually is we all want our selfies to be taken from above, but when you get your arm up there, that's when our hands start to shake. And so it ends up looking like, I think we have all right, on the left, see it's a little bit blurry.
I kind of like blurry. I look younger blurry.
On the right, though, gorgeous, it's steady. So just try to keep your camera steady. You can also, a good tip is just put your elbows into your rib cage.
My hands are really short.
And people will think you're watching a video.
Put your hands in the rib cage. Okay,
Second
no, they won't, because when you drive, you always see people that are like sitting there at stoplights.
Never selfie and drive, by the way. The next tip is check your lighting. This is really important. So your camera has a great tool in it where if you tap your face, when your face comes up, just tap. Oh, there's go back.
I didn't know what that was for.
Tap your face and it'll automatically adjust the iris.
Really?
Yes.
Even in reverse mode?
Yeah, so see, for example, Linda's face, it's too dark on the left side. If you tap it, it ends up looking like the picture on
my
the
goodness,
right.
I did not. I saw that square, but I didn't know what it was.
This is the most common one, and you see people guilty of this. Find the lens. You have to find the lens on the camera. So for example, see this little dot right here?
At the top.
Yes. If you're doing a front-facing picture, there's that tiny little dot. So when you take a selfie, most people look at themselves in here.
Yes.
You gotta look at the
You gotta look at the little dot because that's the camera. Otherwise, you get the example. See, Linda's looking down.
Yes.
If she looked up at the dot, then we would see her beautiful eyes. The next one, this is my favorite, embrace filters. Nobody looks good with a naked camera.
And everybody looks
Do
good
we
in
have
black and white.
filters in our camera?
There are tons of filters. There's tons of apps, whether it's Instagram, Prisma, all of these great, whatever you need, you can make it black and white. You can use certain themes. Now you can step it up a little bit because now there's some video apps that let you take selfies. This one I found, horrible name, great app. It's called Miso Happy. Miso is in the miso paste. So see, Linda, you can make yourself into a 3D
What a nice tan I've got.
character.
Yes.
I know, you're just lounging on the Suncoast.
Oh, I like me dancing.
I know, you're like
I can do that.
a member of ABBA. So this is available on Apple. It's a free app. You can do stills or video. I like to bring you silly, stupid ones. So Linda, we've discussed a lot, but I think you're ready. All right.
You gonna do it?
I would like her to try based on everything that you've learned.
Okay, I'm going to tap my face one time. Where'd that thing go?
There you go.
She's like, where's my face?
Up from above. Everybody likes from above.
Look
if you're
at the
taking a
lens,
picture
find
of a
the
lady or a
lens.
friend.
Find the lens.
All
Find the
right.
lens. There's the lens.
There's the lens, so you look up.
And go.
And
look up.
There we go.
Oh my God. Smile.
And how do we do? How do we do?
Check me out.
All right. Linda, you're gorgeous.
Oh.
Look at you, you're gorgeous.
Do you have a favorite filter?
Yes.
I knew you did. Tell us your favorite filter.
On Instagram, it's Hudson. Everything's Hudson.
Hudson. Okay.
I think it had, I have very pale skin and light eyes, so Hudson kind of...
So now when you take it, when you post it on Instagram,
Yes.
Hudson
We're
to
gonna
look
look
like
for Hudson.
Joey.
Don't ever do an unfiltered selfie. There's no reason for that.
Really? Oh,
And there's no reason for toilet paper to ever be in the background. Everybody, please stop taking selfies in your bathroom.
Oh my goodness. All right,
It
we're
is the
going to
best
get
way.
crafty now and see how we do with that. Summer project straight ahead you can do with your kids.
Linda, you're gorgeous.
At Tidewell Hospice, we know it's never too late to say thank you to our military veterans. The Tidewell Honors Veterans Program has provided care to more than 13,000 military families since 2008. Tidewell volunteers help honor veterans through special pinning ceremonies that demonstrate our appreciation for the freedom our veterans fought to defend. If you know a veteran who can benefit from end-of-life care, call or visit tidewell.org today. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
or shop at Goodwill,
I am creating a job.
I am Goodwill, yeah.
This is an important medical announcement. Bard IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a Bard IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Bard Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential. There's no cost and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Bard IVC filters. Call the IVC Filter Hotline if you or a loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
This Sarasota Powerboat Grand Prix Minute is brought to you by Sarasota Ford.
The Sarasota Powerboat Grand Prix was first organized in 1985. What began as an annual beach picnic for local children with special needs has expanded into an 11-day festival with the races televised to more than 100 countries. The entire festival is produced by Suncoast Charities for Children. The Grand Prix not only generates revenue for charity, but also a significant economic impact. Last year's event generated an economic impact of $37 million.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Keep up with your investments and market trends by watching the ABC7 Stock Report. Get a recap of all the day's stock market activity. Be sure to watch your Suncoast News at 6 for the ABC7 Stock Report, sponsored by Sunset Cadillac.
Welcome back to Suncoast View. We're going to check back in with Chef Judy. And Judy, I want to get some clarification here because we keep talking about Savor Sarasota. Is it still really continuing at these restaurants?
It's a great question, Stephanie. Yes, indeed. Many restaurants have extended their Savor Sarasota menus through the end of the month, and you can find that on the savorsarasota.org website. Other restaurants decided to do it all summer long, so it's really fun. We're going to feature some of those. They have special wine deals. Some of them will be changing their menu partway through the summer, so you get to go a few times a week and you'll see different menus. I think it's a real great opportunity with special wine deals, and just go out and enjoy what Sarasota has to offer.
A reason to eat out more. We're right there with you. Yeah. See you in a few. Linda?
School has been out for the summer here on the Suncoast for a few weeks now, and some parents are probably running out of ideas to keep the kids entertained. Mom blogger Lisa O'Driscoll has some hands-on projects that are great for the little ones and the whole family. Welcome, Lisa.
Thank you.
You have 2 girls at home.
I do.
Oh, so you've got a lot of activities to keep them busy?
I have to, otherwise I'm bored. Yes, exactly.
What are some of the favorite things you guys do?
Well, we do all the traditional stuff like coloring, but we also have paint. They love painting and drawing. Both my girls are very artistic. So.
How old are they?
5 and 9.
5 and 9.
Yes.
Okay. Now, you do a lot of things with seashells. This sounds very interesting.
I do. Well, when we moved to Sarasota, we were going to the beach a lot, of course. And what do you do at the beach? You collect seashells. And then I ended up with big bags of seashells just sitting in my closet.
Yeah. Well, because they get mad if you throw them out.
I know.
Their feelings are hurt.
Yeah, and they were pretty. I didn't want to throw them out, but I didn't really, do anything with them for a while. And so I thought, why not make some crafts? And the first thing I made was a big message board for my office. And I just kind of went from there. And the girls like to help me, and it's a lot of fun.
Oh, it does sound like fun. As much for Mom as for the girls, too.
You know what? I do. I have just as much fun doing it as they do.
Well, now show us some bottles. She brought us some. These look like bottles you might find on the beach.
Yes.
Hopefully.
Well, those are very nice. Oh, yes. Those are the bottles that I made. I found these frosted bottles at Michael's, and I thought they were so pretty, and I could make something with them.
They look like sea glass.
They do.
Yeah.
And so I just took them home, and I gathered some supplies, and one thing led to another, and voila. There you go.
All right, so we're going to give it a try.
Okay. So what you want to do first is take your longest piece of string or rope.
Okay.
And then you're going to glue one end to the bottom of the bottle.
Okay.
And also, if you're doing this at home, when you cut the rope, you want to put hot glue on the ends of it to
Oh, so it doesn't fray?
So it doesn't fray.
That's good. I would have forgot that. That's great.
Well, let me just borrow your glue gun.
Okay, yeah, we'll share glue. That's fine. And then we're going to wrap.
And then you wrap it around. And when you get to the end, they won't be completely even, but it's okay because you're going to cover it up with a shell.
All right.
Oh,
You'll be able to hide it.
And it looks so good when you do that.
And you could do this with any kind of bottle because I occasionally have extra wine bottles around.
Yes,
so I was thinking that
empty ones.
Hey.
That's very nice. Now, shells, you guys collect shells too. Show us some things we might do with shells.
Okay, well, one thing that the kids can do is they can make this picture frame. It's super easy. I do help my little one with the glue gun, but the older one can do it totally on her own. And it's easy, and they can pick out their own pictures to put in it.
Oh, great.
So it's fun.
And it's a good way to remember your beach time, too.
Oh,
It is.
Well, we want to show us how to make some shells. If your 5-year-old can do it, that's
You
a
can do it, Linda.
Oh, look, oh, this is worth saving. Look, guys. We're in it. Okay, we're going to decorate this. Show us what
Megan,
to
I
do.
know you want a picture of me on your nightstand.
I do. I have one
I
there
know, I would
already.
have gotten a picture of you, but I'm sorry.
So we pick out things that would maybe go places.
So all you do is dab some hot glue on and just glue the shells on. It's super easy.
If a 5-year-old can do that.
Yes.
Well, I don't know. Sometimes 5-year-olds
Is that
are
one
better
not
at
working?
things than adults.
Come on, glue.
And also, it's good to remember, too,
Is yours working? You guys
I'm
might
making
have
a
to
mess.
share.
I feel like a
okay.
5-year-old
Just
might be
bring it
able
to
to
the
do this
table.
better.
See if you can do my glue gun.
Here.
Or let's call your daughter. She could figure it out, I'm sure.
And if you want to avoid the heat, I would think some of the craft guns would probably work on
here,
those shells,
it's working.
too. Well, Beth,
Of
you
course.
would work with
Yes.
that. The
You just have
craft
to
glues.
squeeze it really hard.
Craft glue or tacky glue.
There you go.
There we go. Do I do all of the ones first and then put the shells on?
You can do it either way. I would just do a couple dots though and put the shells on,
Okay.
otherwise the glue will dry.
Okay, there's one.
And then you can put them all the way around or just in the corners, however,
Oh,
whatever your
uh-oh.
preference. And don't worry about those little spider webs.
Oh,
'cause
really?
You can get rid of
fix
those.
that?
later.
Megan, you look like you know what you're doing over there.
I'm
That's turning out great.
enjoying these little ones. But nobody knows the name of these.
No.
If anybody knows the name of this seashell, please call in immediately.
Please call in. Yes. We'll be setting up a phone bank for Megan.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, you guys are almost finished over there. You just have to add
This
your
is
shells.
really fun. How about some more ideas other than picture frames and bottles now?
Well, I was talking to my friend Christy who,
That's cute.
So I found this old table at Goodwill. I go there to buy all my dishes and everything for my blog. And I ran across this table. It was like $10. I thought, you know what? For $10, even if I totally mess it up, it doesn't matter because it was only $10. So we needed a nightstand for our guest room, and I put this all together. I gave it a whole beachy look since we have a coastal theme in our house, and I used a shell for the drawer pull.
Oh, yeah, look at that. What's a great...
Oh, is that a mermaid down there?
That's a mermaid, yes. My girls saw the mermaid stencil and insisted we have a mermaid.
Oh.
And then, while I was walking around Michael's again, I kind of live at that store, I found this old, just like wooden crate. And I thought, you know what, I can make something with this. So I painted it blue and white and made a little tray. Then I also made a pencil holder for my office to match my message board.
I love that.
Just painted some shells blue and put a little netting on.
Were you making this by yourself now, or are the kids still doing it?
Well, those I made by myself. This is one of my favorites. These are my wine charms for stemless wine glasses. When you have stemless wine glasses, it's hard to find the little charms that go around them, so I just used suction cups and painted some shells. Super easy.
I'm done. Do I win?
What a good idea.
You win. Oh, how pretty.
You did it the
did
fastest.
really well.
Thank you so much, Lisa. This is so much fun.
Oh,
we can go to your blog and learn more and
Yes, we
finish up
can.
the ones we've got. Fun Money Mom.
Yes.
Fun Money Mom. Oh, what fun this is. I can't wait to finish mine up. And next we're going to go window shopping for new homes on the Suncoast. This is really fun. This is something I would love to do at home.
ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
What's a nice Jewish girl to do when she can't introduce her WASP boyfriend to her conservative parents? Hire an actor. Hilarious and insightful, Bo Jest is at the Player Center June 14th through the 25th, and it's your ticket to a sizzling summer. Call the Players at 365-2494 or visit theplayers.org. Don't miss Beau Geste.
From our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is an ABC 7 News Update.
Good afternoon, I'm Haley Wilgus. Here's what we're working on for 5 o'clock. County officials take action to minimize drivers under the influence out on the roadways. A new law that would make it safer and easier for intoxicated restaurant goers to get home. And what Manatee County officials are doing to prevent future drownings due to rip currents. Now, let's head over to Bob.
Well, the 5 o'clock advisory just came in a little earlier, and looks as though no real big changes. Top winds remain at 50 miles an hour. It continues to move off to the northwest at 9. And looks like the forecast path and track really hasn't changed much. So it's going to make landfall sometime into the early morning hours on Thursday, bringing with it a lot of rainfall to the deep south there for us. Not as much rain, and we have a few inland storms going on right now, mainly in the inland portions of our viewing area. Not much near the coastline. There's a slight chance for a few evening storms, more at 5.
ABC 7 News at 7, weeknights.
I am powerful beyond my wildest imagination.
I will define my future.
I will keep challenging myself to improve. Because I am a future leader of this great nation.
I will make a difference in my community.
I will not settle for simply chasing my dreams, I will achieve them.
Because I was given a chance.
An opportunity.
At Family, Career, and Community Leaders of America.
The ultimate leadership experience.
Join us. We'll build a new future together.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
And welcome back. Not all homes are created equal, even if they're priced the same. That's why in today's Suncoast for Sale, Eric Schrock is going to show us similarly priced homes that are totally different in style and purposes. All right, so Eric, when we're talking about homes, they can be priced the same, but completely different features.
Absolutely. A lot of it has to do with location, but then it comes down to the features that are in the home that can be different in different locations. And you can have the different, even though it's the same price.
Okay.
So
well,
this first home is actually in South Venice. This home is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home, 2-car garage at 1,700 square feet, and this is priced at $229,000. It's a nice starter home, and obviously a 2-car garage is a great feature to have. Fenced-in backyard. It has updated tile floors throughout the main living area. A good-sized kitchen, dining room that opens up to a great lanai or Florida room. The kitchen has updated appliances, stainless steel appliances. And again, the bedrooms have the new laminate wood floors. And it's a great priced home for $229,000 in South Venice. And this next home is in Sarasota. Again, this one is also priced at $229,000. This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home, 1,200 square feet with a 1-car garage. And this is a very well maintained home. It has tile floors throughout the main living area, dining room that has sliders out to the backyard, beautiful fenced in backyard. The kitchen is nice and open, has a great flow to it. Large master suite, master bedroom. Really for this size of house, it's been laid out very well, so the rooms actually look larger than what they feel you'd think for a 1,200 square foot home. And it's a good starter home, fenced in backyard that has beautiful shade trees and a great location.
All right, well, when a buyer comes to you, of course they have to bring you the price point they're wanting, but what else should they also tell you?
Well, there's a lot of things. One of the big things is location. Where do they need to be? And of course, the budget is one of the main ones as well. And then come to us and say, what features are you looking for? Is it a 2-car garage? Do you need a pool? How many bedrooms do you really need? And if you give us that information, we're able to find the home that you would need that would work the best for the location and the budget that you're on.
All right, let's get back into it.
Well, at this price point, we went up a little higher at $359. This home is in Parrish. This is a great family home because it's a 5-bedroom, 3-bath home, 2-car garage, 3,214 square feet. It has that great open floor plan, plenty of room for the family. Not only does it have 5 bedrooms, but it still has an office. So for those that can cyber commute, you can work right out of the home. Kitchen's very open with the upgraded wood cabinets and granite countertops. It still has a separate dining room as well.
Wow.
It has a lot of nice features, tray ceiling in the master suite. Beautiful large bedrooms. And then it also has this nice bonus room upstairs, which is actually like a second family room. So it's great for entertaining as well. So you have a lot of features. It does have a pool and a nice lake view as well. And then the next home that we have, it goes into Sarasota. And this is priced about the same price point. This is in Tatum Ridge, $357,500. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage, 1,900 square feet. Again, an open plan that has a nice flow throughout, has the tile floors in the main living area. An open kitchen, nice and bright, solid surface countertops. Still has a separate dining room for that entertaining. This is also in a gated community. It has a den office area as well. Still has the 3 bedrooms. And again, good sized bedrooms, nice open suite, and it does have a large master bath as well. Again, this one does have a pool. So there's a lot of different features that we can find in the same price range. It just really comes down to what are you looking for.
All right, well, I like the idea, and I see what you can get in one place and another, so I like all of that ideas. And if you guys want any of those properties or like them, you can just contact swcproperties.com and find out which home will work for you. Next, local kids are getting a shot at a boy band. We'll be right back.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get debt-free now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-628-1251, 800-628-1251.
During the past 10 years, Tidewell Hospice volunteers have provided more than 1 million hours of service. They sit with patients, giving caregivers a break. They work in offices. They take their furry friends on pet therapy visits. They even clown around. Every task performed by a volunteer makes a difference in the lives of our patients and their families. Join Tidewell's volunteer team. They're truly 1 in a million. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
My name is Haley. I have Fragile X syndrome. I work with Chartwells at Einstein's and FAU. I like being up front and interacting with students. The students are very nice and very hungry. Having a job is a big ticket for independence.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
My name is Luke Perry, and I am 1 million strong. I'm in the fight against colorectal cancer because I believe we can win it. Colon and rectal cancers are the second leading cause of cancer deaths among men and women in the U.S. Colon cancer is preventable. Know the risk factors and make sure to get screened. There are simple, take-home options available. Take control of your health. Screening for colon cancer isn't embarrassing. It can be life-saving. To find out more about your options, visit fightcrc.org.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Welcome back. Okay, there's a fun new show you can see right here on ABC7, and there's a Sarasota competitor. The show is called Boy Band, and 15-year-old Lucas James, right here from the Suncoast, will be one of the kids trying to be one of the new stars that's going to make up a brand new boy band. So they start with 30 singers, and they're going to go through their process and audition, and then at the end, they will get a chance to, if they win the competition, be members of America's new boy band. I like that. Isn't that kind of fun? Yeah. I think that's a great summer show. It'll certainly be something the whole family can watch together. And we say good luck, Lucas. We're proud of you and rooting for you here in Sarasota.
Lucas.
All right, we are also proud of our restaurants right here on the Suncoast. We're going to join Judy to learn more about great deals as Sarasota Savor Sarasota continues.
ABC 7, your official Florida lottery station for the Suncoast.
We answered the call of duty and left our homes to serve in far-off lands. Now we answer another call, this time at home, in our own communities, to respond in times of chaos, to use our strength, our skills, and our experiences to bring hope amid devastation and destruction. Together, as a team of brothers and sisters, we're continuing our mission to make this country a little stronger and a little better each day. We are Team Rubicon.
From our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is an ABC 7 News Update.
Hello, I'm Scott Dennis. Here's what's coming up at the top of the hour. After analyzing the budget, Venice city officials are cutting some plans to preserve funding, what projects are endangered, and what's being kept. In Suncoast Traffic Watch right now, there's a crash on I-75. It's near the University Parkway exit, and it is blocking a northbound lane and slowing traffic in that area. Elsewhere, Bee Ridge Road, some backups there as well on I-75. Now over to Bob for a look at our weather at this hour. Bob?
Scott, the 5 o'clock advisory came in a little early from the National Hurricane Center. No big changes. Top winds remain at 50 miles an hour with Tropical Storm Cindy. It continues to march off toward the northwest. Now, it's not very well organized near its center. There's a lot of deep convection still out there in the Gulf of Mexico. And the latest coordinates on it, there they are on your screen. We're looking at it moving to the northwest at 9 miles an hour. We'll have more on that and our weather at 5. See you then.
Start your day with a new Good Morning Suncoast team. Weekdays starting at 5 a.m.
With a top prize of $10 million, the new $10 million world-class cash scratch-off from the Florida Lottery is your ticket to take on the world.
If you get knocked down, stand up again. Rip it up again. Give me one chance, I'm gonna make it. Give me my chance, this is my chance, I'm gonna take it.
The new $10 million world-class cash scratch-off from the Florida Lottery. One of our life-changing scratch-offs offering billions in cash prizes.
Get ready for the most hair-raising event of the summer. Feld Entertainment and the Ringling Museum present international circus superstar Bello Knott in Incredibello, a gravity-defying, laughter-inducing, super stunt performance live at the historic Oslo Theater. Don't miss out on the must-see event of the summer, Incredibello, playing June 13th through July 29th. For tickets, visit ringling.org today.
If you've ever had a bad night's sleep, call and price the new Craftmatic Legacy. It has so much more than other adjustables and still costs up to 50% less. Featuring a rising adjustable pillow rest to support your head, neck, and shoulders, bedside power plugs, under-bed night lights, and more. So call and price one today for less. Up to 50% less than Tempur-Pedic, Sleep Number, and other adjustables.
You get so much more and it still costs less. You gotta see how little they cost.
Call 1-800-774-8103. That's 1-800-774-8103. Call now.
Who else has been taking your prescriptions? Keep your medicine and your family safe and secure. Mind your meds To learn how we can help, visit the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids at drugfree.org.
Here we go. We're gonna go out there in the rain. We're gonna get wet. All right, here we go. Okay, quick. Oh yeah, yes. So much fun. Mwah. We're getting so wet.
Welcome back, everybody. We are here with Chef Judy, who is telling us all about Savor Sarasota. This all looks delicious. Please tell us what we're working with.
Well, we're working with some really great restaurants that have extended their Savor menu. So let's start over at Flavio's Brick Oven. They'll continue, very nice, Megan. I like that. They're continuing on their Savor Sarasota menu through the end of the month, but their sister restaurant downtown is going to Beulah's is going to have it all summer long. Some of the items that Flavio brought is the roasted beet salad. It's, you know, I love, if I'm going to have 3 courses, I want to start with something lighter and that has the goat cheese and the balance. Then if you want to go really hearty into it, they have the parpadali, and that's with the short ribs that are braised. He does a grouper baked in parchment paper. Beautiful if you're watching your calories. Flavorful, light, very Italian style in cooking in the parchment paper. And then a very traditional dish is the veal totoni, and that is poached thin sliced veal with a tuna sauce and capers on top. Another great option for the summer. And of course you have to end with dessert. And if you have chocolate mousse and Bavarian cream and layers of puff pastry, how can you possibly go wrong? Now remember, dinner for Savor Sarasota is $32. A lot of the restaurants offer special wine deals. Coming over here to Madison's, they brought a great display. I'm dying to try this, the queso frito. It's fried cheese with tomato coulis. Okay, like who wouldn't want that? Right? Isn't that yummy? Yeah. Poached apple and red quinoa salad, very balanced, some crunch and texture in it. But again, exactly, Stephanie, I see you with that one. A Nyman Ranch chimichurro bistro filet. I know that's something that my husband really likes, the meat and potato guy. He really likes that angle. Tandoori Key West shrimp, and this Nyman Ranch pork belly kebabs. And of course, you have to finish with one of the chef's wonderful desserts like a panna cotta. That's great. Now, Cafe Barboso probably has the most extensive of the Savor Sarasota menus. There's probably 8 appetizers, a dozen entrees. It's incredible. And then Joe will make up one of his homemade desserts that was inspired by his Nona. So it's always something wonderful. But they have really brought it here with the arancini balls that are stuffed with bolognese and peas and mozzarella. They're boneless short ribs. I have to kind of put this sign down so you can see it on the creamy polenta. I mean, look at that with the mushrooms, the demi-glace, veal parmesan. For $32 to be able to get an appetizer, an entree like a veal parmesan or a wild mushroom risotto, and a dessert is pretty incredible. Thank you for not letting me burn you all down as I hit the burner with the paper. But Barboso, just wonderful. They're closed on Monday nights, so remember that. The Table Creek side, one of the more elegant spots I find, and they continue Savor for the entire summer. They may switch out some of the entrees to keep it nice and fresh and light, but they have everything from their Valencia oven roasted chicken, which I love, and the sea bass, with I think everybody's going to arm wrestle to see who can eat that. Roast suckling pig with an octopus cassoulet, classic and above what you'd find in that French style cuisine, and braised short ribs. And if you want to go a little bit of both, they have a land and sea with a snapper. Now they also do $15 bottles of house wine, so pretty cool.
Stephanie.
You know what people can remember is not everybody at the table has to order the Savor menu. So some people want to just have, you know, an appetizer or two, that's fine. They're real flexible. And of course our friends at Tsunami. This is a great deal for lunch. They're going to do lunch all summer long, $16, and they have made some beautiful dishes, even some vegan options. They have the ahi tuna tower and sushi and sashimi box. They have steak teriyaki combination with orange chicken, and a sweet potato sushi with a vegetable tofu hibachi. And that's that vegan side, really front forward. They also are going to be featuring on their sake menus, sakes that you can only get at Tsunami, anywhere out of the country. So pretty exciting. All great places to visit. SavorSarasota.org will have the list of restaurants till the end of the month, and then we'll keep that up on our mysuncoast.com/dining.
Okay, this is such an amazing way to taste some of the great restaurants.
Oh,
finally!
Joey.
Gosh,
Good
she's been
man.
holding out on us.
Good man.
Check out the
Thank
Savor
you.
Sarasota website, or their app is now on my phone because we got to
There
keep
you
up
go.
with all the great
Do.
deals around
Come on,
town.
sweetie.
Megan, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Next time, bring a baby
Of
so we can
course. Yes, I
and
will.
hug.
We do love you just as much as
Joey showed up in time to eat, I see here. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take some time, enjoy the Suncoast view.
What are you doing? Bye.